Now, all eyes will be on President Cyril Ramaphosa as he delivers the State of the Nation address in Cape Town tomorrow evening. His speech comes at a time when the country is grappling with numerous challenges, including the ongoing housing crisis. In South Africa, many residents struggle with housing allocations, often leading to land invasions. Just last week, hundreds of people were left stranded after a devastating fire tore through the Selby Informal Settlement in Booysens, destroying their homes. SABC News reporter Calvin Dludla joins us in studio to take us through the housing issue in the City of Johannesburg. Good afternoon, Calvin. Thank you very much, as always, for joining us on the program. So you visited the informal settlement in Booysens a bit earlier on today, of course, following that fire, very devastating for the community there last week. In what state did you find the area today?
Good evening to you, Mfundo, and to our SABC viewers at home. Yes, we went to Selby Informal Settlement there in Booysens in Johannesburg, where we found those residents trying to rebuild their housing after a devastating fire. More than 100 shacks were gutted by fire, Mfundo, and we engaged them, and they were trying to rebuild and trying by all means to make sure that they have a place to stay, because you'll remember last week we reported that most of them were sleeping outside next to railway station because they did not have a place to stay. Even an infant, an 8-month-old a baby was amongst those who did not have a shelter on their roofs. So they are rebuilding, they are trying to make sure that today they have a place to sleep. So it was a devastating matter, but I can tell you that most of the shacks have mushroomed again, and for sure some of them today will have a place to sleep.
Was there no government intervention? Because specifically on the day when the news broke, when you were on the field, it sounded as though, at least from emergency personnel, that they were going to be engaging government, and government would be swiftly coming in to assist, at least with temporary homes. There
were some government officials, especially from the local level, MMC of housing, that would be Mlungisi Mabaso, was there when we visited the area the following day, and he tried to engage them. And the issue was that most of them did not want to engage with him because, according to him, most of them are foreign nationals, and when they wanted to register them so that they can be able to assess the situation, most of them were hesitant to come in. When we asked him why, he told us that maybe they think they will get arrested because they are here illegally. So, but the national government came in and assessed the situation. Unfortunately, their spokesperson was not there, so we could not engage them on what they were doing there.
But I suppose it is important to at least have the part of government expressed here, because many would have assumed that they never even went there to assess the situation and attempt to help. But if you say that it was the community members themselves who snubbed government, but then now you've spoken to them about what's happening tomorrow, the State of the Nation address. What do they want to hear from the president, especially around their plight?
Let's start with those who were positive. There were those who are hopeful, saying that they know that the President of the Republic, President Cyril Ramaphosa, will touch on issues that are related to housing challenges. As you have mentioned in your introduction, South Africa is grappling with issues when it comes to housing allocation. The issue, though, in that place is different, because the place that they have decided to build their shacks is not where they are supposed to build. That is a PRASA land, so they are not actually supposed to be there. But when I engaged them deeply, they told SABC News that the reason why they've decided to invest that place is because government is not providing them with a proper place. So they are hopeful that government will touch on such issues and be able to get help.
And you say there were also those that were negative.
There were those who were negative, who told us that they know very well that the President of the Republic will continue with the same song that he sang, according to them, last year and other years when he delivers SONA, the State of the Nation address, saying that he keeps on repeating the very same thing, but nothing is happening. So they won't be able to listen to that because they know nothing will happen after that.
Okay, so those would be the demoralized. Calvin, thank you very much for speaking to us. That was SABC News reporter Calvin Dludla, just sharing with us some of the expectations from the community of Salby, the informal settlement that was gutted last week in that very devastating fire.